Have you ever wondered what determines how long you'll live? Maybe you've met someone in their 90s who's still full of life, and you've thought, what's their secret? Well, it turns out science has uncovered some fascinating clues, subtle signs in your daily life that can hint at how many candles might be on your birthday cake in the years to come. Now, before you start worrying, this isn't about fate or luck. Longevity isn't just something written in your genes. It's shaped by how you live, how you think, and even how you move. And the best part? No matter where you stand today, small changes can make a big difference. So, let's dive in. One of the strongest indicators of whether you'll live to 90 is your walking speed. It might sound too simple, but studies have shown that people who walk at a brisk pace tend to live longer than those who shuffle along slowly. Why? Because your walking speed reflects more than just how fast you move. It's a sign of your overall health. It tells us about your muscle strength, heart function, and even brain health. A strong, steady stride signals that your body is working efficiently, while a slow, unsteady walk could indicate hidden health issues. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I've slowed down over the years, don't worry. The good news is that walking speed is something you can improve. The key is to keep moving. Daily walks, light strength training, even practicing standing up from a chair without using your hands can all help maintain your mobility and longevity. But physical health isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Another powerful sign that you may reach 90 is your social connections. Longevity studies consistently show that people who maintain strong relationships, whether with family, friends, or even community groups, tend to outlive those who become isolated. Why? Because meaningful connections reduce stress, keep the brain engaged, and give us a sense of purpose. Think about it. When you have people to laugh with, share meals with, and confide in, life feels richer and more fulfilling. If your social circle has shrunk over the years, don't assume it's too late to rebuild it. Even small efforts like calling an old friend, joining a local club, or simply chatting with neighbors can strengthen your sense of connection. Because here's the truth, longevity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about making sure those years are filled with warmth, laughter, and companionship. Now let's talk about another surprising sign, one that has nothing to do with how fast you move or how many friends you have. It's something that's literally in your hands. It's your grip strength. You might not think much about it, but the strength of your handshake or how easily you can open a jar can reveal a lot about your overall health and longevity. Studies show that people with a strong grip tend to live longer than those with a weak one. That's because grip strength is a reflection of your muscle mass, coordination, and even nervous system health. It's like a built-in health meter for your body. Now, before you start squeezing stress balls all day, know this: grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a sign of your overall muscle health. And muscle health is crucial as we age. The stronger you are, the more independent you stay. Simple daily activities, carrying groceries, standing up from a chair, or even walking upstairs become easier when your muscles are strong. If you feel your grip getting weaker, don't panic. You can build strength at any age. Try squeezing a tennis ball, doing light weightlifting, or even practicing functional movements like standing up without using your hands. Keeping your muscles engaged isn't just about looking strong, it's about keeping your body resilient and ready for the years ahead. But strength isn't just about your hands and arms. Another key sign of a long life is how easily you can get up from a chair. Sounds simple, right? But the ability to sit down and stand up without struggling is a major indicator of longevity. Researchers have found that people who can rise from a chair or the floor without using their hands tend to live longer. Why? Because this movement tests multiple aspects of health at once: balance, coordination, flexibility, and lower body strength. If you find it difficult, don't get discouraged. This is something you can improve with practice. Start by sitting down and standing up slowly, using as little hand support as possible. Over time, your muscles and balance will improve. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small improvements can lead to a longer, healthier life. Now let's talk about something that many people overlook, but it plays a huge role in how long and how well you live. That something is your attitude toward aging. Believe it or not, The way you think about getting older can actually influence how long you live. Researchers have found that people who have a positive outlook on aging, who see it as a time of growth, wisdom, and opportunity, tend to live longer than those who view it with fear or negativity. Why? Because your mindset affects your behavior, your stress levels, and even your immune system. Think about it. If you believe aging means decline, you're less likely to stay active, try new things, or take care of your health. But if you see aging as a stage of life filled with possibilities, you're more likely to engage with the world, stay social, and keep learning. And that mindset shift alone can add years to your life. So, how do you cultivate a more positive attitude? Start by reframing how you see aging. Instead of focusing on what's changing, focus on what you've gained. Wisdom, resilience, deeper relationships, and a lifetime of experiences. Surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. And most importantly, stay curious. Whether it's learning a new skill, exploring a new hobby, or simply embracing the joy of everyday moments, keeping your mind engaged keeps your spirit young. Speaking of staying engaged, another powerful sign of longevity is how often you challenge your brain. Lifelong learning isn't just good for keeping boredom at bay. It's one of the strongest predictors of a long, healthy life. People who continue to challenge their minds with puzzles, reading, learning new skills, or even engaging in deep conversations tend to maintain better cognitive function as they age, and the healthier your brain, the longer your life. It doesn't have to be complicated. Something as simple as reading a new book, playing a musical instrument, learning a few words in a new language, or even trying a new recipe can keep your brain sharp. The key is to step outside of routine. When you introduce novelty, new experiences, new ideas, you strengthen your brain's connections and keep it working efficiently. Now we've talked about movement, strength, mindset, and brain health, but there's another surprising factor that plays a big role in longevity, and it's something deeply connected to your emotions. That factor is how well you manage stress. We all know stress isn't good for us, but did you know it can actually shorten your life? Chronic stress wears down the body over time, increasing inflammation, raising blood pressure, and even weakening the immune system. It's like a slow drip of damage that, if left unchecked, can take years off your lifespan. But here's the good news. How you respond to stress matters more than the stress itself. People who live long, healthy lives aren't necessarily stress-free, but they've learned how to handle life's ups and downs in a way that protects their health. They take deep breaths instead of bottling up emotions. They lean on loved ones instead of isolating themselves. They engage in calming activities like walking, gardening, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea. So ask yourself, how do you manage stress? If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed often, try adding small stress relief practices into your day. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, journaling, or even just taking a few moments to appreciate the little things in life can make a big difference. The more you practice, the better your body adapts, and the longer you may live. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. A sense of purpose is one of the most powerful indicators of longevity. Think about the longest living people in the world. They don't just exist, they have a reason to wake up every morning. Whether it's a hobby they love, volunteering, caring for grandchildren, or even something as simple as tending to a garden. Having a purpose keeps them engaged, motivated, and ultimately healthier. When you have a sense of purpose, your body responds positively. Studies show that people who feel they have meaning in their lives tend to have lower rates of heart disease, stronger immune systems, and even better mental health. It's a reminder that aging isn't about winding down. It's about staying connected to what brings you joy and fulfillment. So, if you're wondering whether you'll live to 90, take a look at your daily life. Are you staying active? Are you nurturing relationships? Are you challenging your mind, managing stress, and living with purpose? If you see these signs in yourself, congratulations. You're already on the path to a long, vibrant life. And if not, remember, it's never too late to make small changes that lead to big results. Aging isn't about counting the years, it's about making the years count. Here's to living a long, healthy, and meaningful life, If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what's one thing you do every day to stay healthy and happy. Until next time, take care and keep thriving.